Hi guys, and welcome back to our Let's Play of Tyranny. We are back here at the smith, and let's see if we can get Barrick out of his shell. You're back. Did you secure the alloy? Give it here. She opens her palm and regards you with an enthused grin. Give the sample. Oh, fantastic. She accepts the alloy and places it on her anvil. Mumbling, she traces her fingers in the air, forming a series of sigils. With rapt attention, Barrick watches the smith move about the sample, examining it from several angles. He says nothing, though when the faceplate of his helm shifts towards you, there's accusation in his eyes. Huh. A few other thoughtful sounds follow as she continues her examination. A revealing cantrip and some aimless grunting? Oh, come on. I could have managed this. This will do. This will most certainly do. She straightens, nodding vigorously. Lysantia brings her hands together again in a single sharp clap. It's going to take me a little time to work out the rock's properties, but this is a promising start. I assume that you will be stabbing it with a hot iron rod as well? Of course not. Don't be ridiculous. Of course not. His armor grinds against itself with a growl. Pull up a stool or crate and make yourselves at home. This shouldn't take too long. Oh, okay. I was already counting on having to come back after a few days. A few hours pass as Lysantia bombards the sample from the blade grave with a combination of hammering and spell work. She heats it, submerges it in water, shapes it, reads it in lightning, and causes it to levitate in the air. Eventually she pauses, studying the metal and tapping her chin. Find anything? I sure as stone say I did. The alloy absorbs and retains mystical energy, specifically in the form of magical effects, she grins. In theory, a weapon crafted of it could retain its enchantment for decades at least, maybe longer. What does this mean for Barrick? It means your curiosity is sated. It means we can continue our true mission and forget this heretical quest. Oh, that's Barrick that's saying that. You live your entire life in service of to Graven Ash and the Overlord. The added burden of this armor is ridiculous. As it should be. I don't suffer this armor because it is just. I suffer it because it is Kairos' will, and I am Kairos' servant, as you have often claimed to be. Unfortunately, separating Barrick from his armor may not be as easy as one imagines. Perhaps if I'd gotten to him immediately after the edict. As this, Barrick is as alloyed with his armor as the iron is with the bronze. She gestures toward the sample. Simply put, Ash's ability to shield his soldiers has spread to the armor, likely due to the edict's power. Each wound taken by soldier and armor are one, and they heal as one, with flesh and metal fusing together. She intertwines her fingers. So long as Barrick remains under the Archon of War's power, he remains in the armor. The longer he remains in his armor, the more it will become an intractable part of him. You're in a lot of trouble, you know, Barrick. Do not attempt to assign blame for this folly to me. Oh, loyalty 4, fear 2. Okay. I have opposed this at every turn. Is there no other way? An alternative? I'll continue studying the alloy. If I find anything, I'll send word to your spire. She drums her chin with three sooty fingers, frowning. You could always visit. We have a teleporter. It's not like you have to climb the whole thing. I'll pass, thanks. His high spaces have never agreed with my everything. She passes an open palm over her belly. Short of the death of the graven Ash, or him rescinding his patronage over Barrick, I see no way to free Barrick from the Archon's power.
Neither is an acceptable solution. This shell, onerous though it may be, protects me and serves you. Without the great general or the disfavored, I have no purpose.
Oh, come on, you big crybaby. I'm sure there's a siege engine somewhere in need of a counterweight.
See, you've always got a place with us.
How comforting.
Thank you, Lycentia. Please keep searching for a better way. Yeah. My pleasure, Fatebinder. If I uncover anything of value, I'll dispatch a bird immediately. Okay. The weight of Aegis. Speak with Barrick. Hey, Barrick.
I was better off not knowing, Fatebinder.
Sorry, what are we talking about?
What are we... By the great general, I speak of the Archon's Aegis. Oh, that the Archon's protection, the very thing to which I owe my life, keeps me imprisoned in this shell.
He shakes his head violently, throwing sparks where his helm meets his cuirass.
Ignorance of how deeply cursed I am was the only blessing remaining me.
I'm sorry, Barrick. I'll keep seeking an alternative way to set you free.
I appreciate the sentiment, Fatebinder, but truly, pursuing this further is folly. Truly, Fatebinder, while we may not always agree, I consider you more than a comrade in arms, which is why I hope you abandon this foolish obsession with removing my armor. No choice exists here. This armor remains my cage, as Kairos willed. I can accept that. I hope that you can too.
I mean, I'm not really opposed to it if he wants it. I was thinking he was just being like nice and didn't want us to get in trouble with Tunon. But if he wants it, he can have it. Oh, it's gone. Yeah, it's gone. Oh, but it's not... It's... purple. You've learned that so long as Barrick remains under Ash's aegis, his armor will remain part of him. Speak to him to discuss the quandary. Your loyal mage smith... You're loyal? She isn't loyal. Graven Ash's aegis is what keeps Barrick melted to his armor. Barrick refuses to abandon the disfavored or betray the Archon of War. Until a way to separate Barrick from the aegis presents itself, he will remain trapped in his metal prison. Okay. Can you come to work for me? Doesn't look like it. Damn it. She said the loyal smith and she doesn't even sell me anything. Okay. Whoops. No quest log here. Let's see. Trial of Archons. We don't have much against Nerath. Yet, against the voices of Nerath. I don't really like that. The sage has directed you to a ruined estate in the bastard tier. With Sentinel stand now under disfavored control, return to Ironheart to discuss your next move with Graven Ash. I would like to start... Oh. Sage L. May knowledge survive. You unfurl the missive to see your reply from earlier. Whether the original sender is lost or dead is unknown. But what is clear is that the carrier bird that first delivered word from the sage, L, was unable to find its original sender and so has circled back to you with your undelivered missive. Okay. Archon's will. Do you remember your training under Bledden Mark? I remember mine. Funny to think that you and I are about a century apart. But to Bledden Mark, we are all children. I am now the oldest of the Court's children, and I've seen much in my time. It's probably for the best. Everyone assumes I am old, harmless, and worse shuffling away in the archives. If I were scrutinized too closely, I am sure Tunon would find I've grown lax in my spoiled old age. A part of why I am where I am is that I've kept my head down. You appear to be doing the opposite. In some regards, this is beyond your control. You were chosen for the honor of proclaiming Kairos' edicts. Twice. To decline would have meant that, but to accept means to be placed on the stage for all to see. Kairos' most powerful weapon is not the edict. It's her ability. Her. It's a woman? Oh, damn, I thought this whole time. His name out of legend for centuries, the Overlord. Yeah, it says Overlord. It's her ability to hand us rope that we willingly use to hang ourselves. Never forget this. There are numerous questions nestled in your request. What is it you wish to know most? Focus your inquiry and I will answer as best as I can. Ask about the spires. Dear Meothis, it seems wise to know one's own domain, and seeing as I am now the master of the mountain spire, I ought to learn all that I can. If you would share with me what you know of the spires, I would be in your debt. I'll start with what I know and have observed so far. The mountain spire seemed to awaken at about the same instant that Kairos' edict of execution was put to rest. There was a burst of arcane energy that drowned out my senses, and I awoke at the summit of the spire in what seemed to be just a few heartbeats of time. Atop the spire is an old sculpture of sorts, and it seems to be the core of the spire's mystic energy. I've been seeing visions and receiving sensations from the sculpture. It seems too odd to describe it as talking to me, but that seems the closest analogy. I am certain... No. Am I the first to report such things? There are other spires elsewhere in the world, correct? Archon's will. Send it. Okay, here was no answer available. Question of Faint by the Kalio. Tunon. Fatebinder, I suspect I need never again impress upon you the gravity of our role in the Overlord's great work. One can condemn a man who murders for a few rings with a clean conscience. More difficult by far is recognition of the need to end the life of a mother and child. I do not envy you your assignment. I imagine that whatever demeanor he adopts, the Archon of War will remember your choice until one of you finds your way to the void. I hope you soon make an effort to join us at court in the Bastard City. I often feel that it has been too long since we last whispered of the darker corners of Terratos. You've experienced so many of them as of late. Perhaps I can provide illumination. Okay. So should we go talk to him? Let's see what he has to say about us killing his daughter and his grandkid. I bet he is not too happy about it, but let's see.
I got it.
Well, they are not attacking me, so that's good. At least for now. Yeah, let's see. Okay, let's do this. The great keep of Sentinel Stand is ours. Oh, how I will relish tearing down every vestige of the unbroken and burying the standard of that corrupt realm. This is a great victory for the disfavored. What's more, we are delivered from the Edict of Storms. My runners speak of you in glowing terms, though I instructed them specifically to not report on your deeds in too much detail. I wanted to hear it from no one but the source. I would know more about how it felt to stand in the center of the storm as the Overlord's magic dissolved around you. You must be wary from your travels. I am eager to hear your account, but I will understand if you still need to gather your thoughts. This is a joyous day, and I wouldn't spoil it with impatience. Amelia. My Amelia, I can no longer sense her presence, and have anticipated the worst since you returned from Sentinel Stand. As a general, I can be cautious, but only as a father can I know fear. Ash clenches his hands into tight fists at his side. Say what you would then. She had a daughter with Stridus the Younger, the regent's son. What are you saying, Fatebinder? My Amelia is too noble to lay with a southern wretch, much less willingly bear his polluted offspring. No, this is some fabrication, a joke at my expense. I cannot. Ash squeezes his eyes shut and shakes his head vigorously. No, no, no. The very idea repulses me beyond all measure. And you, Fatebinder, he bears down on you with madness in his eyes. If you would bring slander and atrocity to this fort, then I will instruct Tunon to strike your head from your lawful neck. Do you hear me? He bellows, with such force that spite wets his beard, spittle wets his beard, and the cohorts of the training yard turn with panic in their eyes. Ash cuts off his speech and holds his rigid posture. Throughout the prolonged silence, you aren't sure if he plans on swinging his mace in a wide arc or simply exploding from the tension he fights to repress. A vein rises along the crest of his scalp and slowly recedes as Ash calms his breathing. I am just going to back away and let you handle this one, don't mind me. Speak no more of these lies. I wouldn't have them poison the air of Ironheart and the ears of my fellow countrymen. You are a fool if you think I'd believe such an obvious ruse. Ash regards you with uncertainty, his eyes searching for truth or contradiction. I was forced to kill her. You did what? I was prepared for your jest or evasion, but I hear none of it in your voice. I had felt a disruption in my daughter's bond, to have fallen by your hand. The Archon's fist squeezed so hard that you can hear his gauntlets buckle under the strain. Shattered of houses and defiler of families. Only by the will of Kairos could you leave this fortress with your life. I will break you in ways unimaginable, by even the voices of Nerat. What I inflict will redefine the boundaries of cruelty. He's about to blow up like the walls of Sentinel Stand. Keep your weapon ready, Binder. Her baby needed to die. To end the edict, I had no choice. So, you pretend that you severed my bloodline in the name of duty? If you don't know the meaning of restraint or of responsibility, then you have no... Okay. Have no business associating with my decorated legion. Would that I had simply drowned you upon your arrival at the Apex Valley. and spared myself this grief. What am I to do with you, Fatebinder? Or should I call you sower of atrocities? I would be within my rights to end your life here and now, but losing the favor of Tunon might prove a crippling setback to the war. In all my centuries, I have never stood at such an impasse. You haven't forgotten that this is a war, then. Amelia was one casualty out of thousands. Amelia died a traitor's death. You have no one to blame but yourself. You defied Kairos in your day. You set the example for her. How dare you drag my past into this? As if more dead could heal the rift you opened under my legion. Ash squeezes his eyes shut and exhales forcefully through his nostrils. But you are correct. Anyone who judged me by my disobedient youth would call me a poor example for a father, not to mention a general. There is good reason for Kairos to name my forces disfavored. I could never have expected how my choices would reflect in Amelia. She will be given all the proper rights that a northern soldier deserves, nothing more or less. My daughter is dead, and this is no wound that time could heal. Take this lesson if nothing else, Fatebinder. An Archon's lifespan is a burden and curse beyond all mortal reckoning. Family, country, loyalty, the things that truly matter, that are made to last. They too will crumble and die in their course. What is it you require? Farewell. On the subject of the spires. Greetings, Archon's Will. You are correct, there are spires all across Terratos. The exact distribution of these monuments fuels all sorts of debate and speculation. But two facts seem commonplace. Most spires are built near old walls, your mountain spire is a notable exception, and nearly every culture that predated Kairos has some local myth to explain the builders of these spires. I believe the Tearsmen cite the Older Realms as their local name for the spire Old Walls architects, but nobody knows for sure. And of course, where Kairos has brought proper civilization, the origin of the spires simply isn't discussed in good company. Here's what I think you need to know. First, the spires behave as arcane lodestone. There is a constant field of magical strength around the spire. If you imagine a mystic sea resting atop our world, the spires seem to spin and churn this magic, creating a spell cast with even modest effort. Creating a spell cast with even modest effort will materialize with powerful results. Second, and I say most tellingly, Kairos has laws against entering the old walls, but there are no laws against the spires. You could infer from this that means Kairos has no issue with the lay folks messing with the spires, but wishes to keep us safe from the old walls. Or you could think like an overlord and know that if you place a rule against something, you make it forbidden and desirable. Now, I find it telling that Kairos forbids the hallways that lead to the spires, but does not paint a target on the spires themselves. Last but not least, as a young... Whoa, why did all of this get red? Suddenly. As a young Fatebinder, I once had to oversee the case of a man who had built a shrine to Kairos around the base of a spire in the far southeast. I could find no evidence of falsity or slander. His shrine was a most reverent and loving tribute as I've ever seen. At one point, though, this man claimed he had evidence that Kairos was here back in -50. He had merely uttered those words, and my senior binder swung the axe then and there. Being the new girl at the court, I said nothing. But I have long wondered why such a comment should require that instead of the traditional removal of the tongue. Inquire about the edicts. Okay. So maybe we have to report about this. This favorite favor too. Ash stares into space and worries his beard with both hands. The reflexive action seems to bring him comfort, though the ferocity of his gestures strikes you as unhealthy. Walk away slowly. Yeah, I thought we had to talk to him about the quest.
Right.
Yeah. I'm supposed to talk to him. You seek counsel from me, and why wouldn't you? True wisdom comes from an awareness of one's limitations, and I have much to impart. I return from Sentinel Stand, the seat of the Regents and the tarnished gem of Stalwart. I have anticipated this, so tell me, what do we have to report? The Edict of Storms is ended, and I have breathed fresh air for the first time since I returned to Ironheart. You managed to accomplish what my forces could not. More importantly, you have abated Kairos' anger for the time being. With the great stalemate of the conquest ended, surely we have earned the favor of Tunon and Kairos alike. Every deed you accomplish in my name in the name of the disfavored proves our right to rule these lands. Ash balls his fists and enthusiastically pumps it in the air. How did it feel, Fatebinder? I have not had the distinction of breaking an edict, much less several. I'm toying with powers of which I know little. Aren't we all? But in your case, I can respect your misgivings. The Overlord's magic is not meddled with lightly. Your actions at Vendrian's Well have caused us all to expect more than you were ever prepared to shoulder as a legal clerk. Living up to our admittedly high expectations will do more than merely get you through this war. There are greater things to come once the dust settles. So what are our next steps? First things first. Bladegrave region is now controlled by them. Oh, okay. My soldiers reported on your activities in the Bladegrave. They saw what happened when you broke the Edict of Storms. The power of this edict flowed through you like the wind. No one could account for it, but I have my suspicions. You are becoming powerful, perhaps in ways I don't even understand. There's a connection between edicts and what happened at Ascension Hall. I'm still putting the pieces together. I appreciate your honesty and your introspection. Still, you walk a dangerous path. I would not want it to reflect poorly on the Legion. These are tools beyond the ken of people or Archons alike. Take care that you don't overstep your bounds. In Kairos hierarchy, someone always notices. With that out of the way, let us return to the matter of the war. Our position in the tiers is strengthening by the day, but there's work still to be done. It's time to broaden our scope in this war. There are two regions of interest, and either of them would strengthen our hold on the realm. Lethian's Crossing is home to merchants and the skilled forge-bound artisans. The Burning Library was the home of the all-knowing sages before Kairos reduced it to cinders. Lethian's Crossing, we have been there already, I think. I will head to the Burning Library. Good, I understand that the voice of Narad has dispatched one of his miscreant gangs to comb through the ruins of the library. We cannot allow any privileged knowledge to fall into their hands. Kill any of his red-clad degenerates you find, and destroy the library as Kairos intended. There's also said to be a repository of arcane lore in the bowels of the library, the Silent Archive. It must be eliminated to satisfy the terms of Kairos' will. My Scoutmaster Merrick was dispatched to observe the Scarlet Chorus, though I haven't heard from him in some time. His last known location was the village of Effigy. The wilderness around the library is plagued with Chorus patrols and wildfires that can make routes treacherous at a moment's notice. Merrick should be able to assist you in charting a safe course through the wasteland. The general worries his beard and frowns. I instructed Merrick to destroy all forbidden lore within the burning library, given the first available opportunity. The fact that the Edict of Fire persists is cause to assume that he failed. Okay. So where is that? Let's get to the exit over here. Extinguishing the flames. Graven Ash wants you to finish what was started during Kairos' conquest of the Tears and destroy the burning library. Once and for all, denying the Scarlet Chorus the library's forbidden knowledge. Merrick leads a group of disfavored Oathbound in the burning library and may be able to help you. Though Ash lost contact with him in recent weeks. Travel to Merrick's last known location at Effigy and gain his assistance if possible. Okay. Oh wait, not okay. We are already bound for a save. Okay, yeah, let's throw down the save. And that will be it for today. Did it save? Yeah, looks like it. Yeah. Yeah, that will be it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed. Come back for more and I will see you soon. Bye.